I think Raid Shadow Legends just ruined my race. Let's see how this happened. Although the finish was not that bad. I was playing iRacing Renault Clio Cup and I was starting with 6th place, but the 4th place driver didn't really want to get started. So sure enough, let's see what happened. From the cockpit view, this is what I saw. So far everything is fine, more than fine. We were trailing the 4th place driver in 5th. And then all of a sudden everything went. You see? I couldn't see anything at all. And now I'm not 5th or 6th, I'm like 10th, 12th. I didn't even know what was going on. I got another leg. So that's when I realized this is not gonna be an easy race, because I was hoping for a podium and it didn't really happen. Let's see how I can accelerate this. So going a bit faster, you see opponents are going left, right. It's not that easy to drive this car. And let's see whether we can see some TV coverage. That's not bad actually. So this is my Renault Clio. You see it's in more or less Renault 2002 2004 colors from Formula 1, but you see that we're like behind because of this lag. This was caused by Raid Shadow Legends. So next time I won't do this. I was running it on the background and it was not a good idea at all. Now you'll see me go like left and right all over the place. It's not because this is a tactic or it makes any sense whatsoever. I was trying to quit Raid Shadow Legends and here actually I succeeded. I succeeded like while racing. So sure enough, now the action could resume. Now let's see. I was trailing this red car, but actually this red car was quite slow, but he got me a nudge. So sure enough, it was not an easy overtake, but the overtake did happen. And then I was like, listen, I'm already at position 7 or so, position 9. Right now I'm 9th, because you didn't really see that while my race was lagging, all the field went like 20 cars or so, or 15 cars. And then I could see opponents make mistakes left and right. For example, this was yet another overtake. By the way, skill-wise I was 3rd altogether. Unfortunately, I ran a bit wide, so I got like 3 penalty points or so throughout the race. This was one of them. So I slotted behind the other car, but then he managed to brake a bit too early. I gave him plenty of space though. So you see, you can drive quite smoothly as well. And this is the cockpit cam, by the way. This is what I could see during the race. And now look at this. So obviously this is a 4-wheel driven car, and the trail braking is really important. So as you turn in, then you still hold the brake a bit. In fact, I could show you what was going on because I didn't have time to take my steering wheel out. So I was actually playing with a controller, and you always need to hold just a bit of a brake. Oh, this is a complicated one. You see opponents make mistakes left and right, and for this reason I'm already 6th. And let's see this from the outside. This is gonna be interesting because you won't really see much from the inside. So I'm already 6th, and I was like, listen, this was my starting position, so not a bad save. You see that the black car was doing a relatively good line until he ran wide, but he was trying to hold his position, but he has no chance. I mean, I out-accelerated him from the outside, and from here onwards, that was it. So, sure enough, I was moving forward. Come on. There is also this chase cam, by the way. Let me know if you like this chase cam. This one not, but maybe this one. Or the bumper, not bumper, camera from behind. So I could thank all this race to Raid Shadow Legends, because otherwise I would have been like 1st, 2nd or 3rd or something. Let's see, where is the cockpit cam? There it is. So I will accelerate this a bit, like 4x speed, so that you see what is going on in front of me. I'm like 6th still, But those two drivers were battling, and they were battling quite hard. And one of them missed that corner. This is a hard corner, by the way. So I was catching up. And I'm like, listen, I could get third place because now I'm already fifth. Someone disconnected or something. So let's get back to the action. I'm still fifth. And now it's not gonna be this turn. Yeah, it's not easy to go straight to the controller, I understand. Let's see what's going on. Now I'm already fourth. So, sorry about that, I was fourth already. I overtook the other car a lap before, but the position is only refreshed at the end of the lap. That's why I didn't know. And we're gonna get into quite an interesting battle. Let's see this from the outside. In fact, let's see some good enough camera that, like the chopper cam. Let's see the chopper cam. So you see that I could brake better despite the evident disadvantage that these players are all going with a steering wheel, but I couldn't connect it because I had like 10 minutes thanks to the Raid Shadow Legends challenge. And it was just a fast decision that I was gonna do this race. Now you saw that there I got surprised a bit that the car broke a bit too early. Our opponent broke, by the way, quite early in general, but now I learned this. And he didn't seem to use much trail braking. That was the situation. That was really the situation. So despite the controller, I had a serious advantage. Not here, once again, because it was again a surprisingly early break. But now, I think I got the idea that I more or less see what is going on with this opponent. Now let's see this camera. So it was just a matter of time, and I think we still had like 2 laps or 3 laps left. So it's interesting, the opponent managed to have a bad exit. And when you have a bad exit, then you're gonna trail the other car behind with slipstream. Or as the Americans call it, draft. And this is gonna be the tough breaking point. That's the first turn 1 and turn 2. You see, and I went ahead, but I managed to lose it just a bit with understeer, not with oversteer. Usually I got oversteer, but this time it was understeer. Let's see this from another angle. So, camera. This is gonna be good. So I knew that I could brake a lot later, and I could have made the corner as well. It was not slipping that much. But I ran out of road because I managed to brake a bit too late. And at this stage, what can you do? You slot behind. But I had some other plans actually, because you see that I was still quite close to the opponent. So I knew that he was not gonna make this corner that quickly. In fact, he surprised me again with like being too slow. Third place driver, and I was like, okay, let's go for it. And I gave him plenty of space, you see, more space than I should have. And he was the 4th most killed driver, by the way, in the field. I gave him a lot of space here as well, more than what I should have. And then this is an acceleration game, and from now on I think it's over. Because he was not gonna brake that late. It's just not possible. I made the corner this time, or did I? Oh, this was an invalid move, but you know, if Verstappen can do it, Hamilton can do it, then I can do it maybe. I got a penalty point, sure. Let's see this once again from regular cam. Because this was interesting. And I can thank all this battle to Raid Shadow Legends, otherwise I would have finished 3rd most likely without any problems. Yeah, amazing. Now you see, this was a ballsy move to the inside, but also actually not that much because I was also a bit afraid, so I shouldn't have done that. And now you see how much earlier the opponent breaks. I wanted to make this a square turn on purpose, so that I give the opponents plenty of space. They can run into me quite easily. And then, once again, breaking late. And I was still understeering. I think my trail breaking was not working with the controller that well. Let alone some other issues. And here I was still understeering a bit. But I think that we can continue with the cam from behind. See, still there, still there. In fact, this is the final. This is gonna be the final straight after this turn. You see that I made a small mistake, very small mistake, but my exit was still good enough and legal. This was left 6. I think there are 2 laps left. And end of the turn, now comes the tough braking spot. And let's see what he's doing. Did the white line, I don't know, maybe he was a bit too optimistic that he was gonna be able to overtake me, but I made this turn on purpose, like really, really smooth and slow. Because I knew that even by being slow, my opponent was not gonna make any reckless mistakes. So my breaking point is gonna be significantly better. And this was like third from I don't even know where. Onto the curbs. And that's it. So you'll see it at the 8x speed. We're just cruising into the distance and is never gonna recover from that last lap. Because it was an 8-lap race, like 15 or almost 16 minutes on race. And now this is like coming to the end of the lap. Okay, let's see the start again, because I wanted to see where I ended. So I show you what I saw. Yeah, this was the last turn. But then we're gonna get back to the start. So, you know, this is when you need to park your car without accident, so I just did exactly that. That's why I pulled over, not because I wanted to celebrate so much. This is just a simple race. Let's see. So this was the start. And our opponent was second back then. Started second. Everything was gone. And I didn't know what was going on. Let's see our position. So it's a bit hard to see because positions won't get refreshed. I think there is at least one player before us. And it's gonna be refreshed at the end of the lap. So we're gonna get at least one car, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe not. Because I was still lagging, right? No, this was our real position. So this is where we finished. Lap 1. After the glitch. And I was 9th. So even though some people threw the car away, we went from 9 to 3rd. Within 8 laps. So thanks Raid Shadow Legends. Thanks for screwing up my computer, and that's why I could get this enjoyable race also recorded.